We are live. Welcome to Severe Weather Coverage Day 3. Today, we have severe weather pretty much all day, I think. So, sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and get stream started, I guess. Yeah, my phone died last night, and I didn't even have it plugged in. I don't know what percentage it was on, but yeah, it just randomly died on me. So now I got my phone charging, so that way I can access the radar on there too. So, in today's stream, we will be using multiple different radars. We'll be using quad weather, WeatherWise, Attic radar, Ventusky, and Windy. All 5 of those radars, I will place them in chat in the case you do not have a radar app of your own. Now let me live on YouTube and Twitch. So, let me go. Before we start severe weather coverage, I would like to give y'all the rundown of the severe weather risk that we're going to have today and tomorrow. So, with all that being said, if you are just joining us, we've been streaming for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let me go ahead and now I will go ahead and show y'all the tornado risk for today, in case you haven't saw it already on my Facebook account. I posted it there too. But in case you have not looked at that and want me to cover that, I will cover it now. So let me go ahead and see what alerts we have. Let's go YouTube. Mute. WeatherWise. Wrong. Launch browser app, obviously. So, let's go ahead and get stream started. Yay, app updates, like I give a crap. And now you see. And there's already alerts starting to pop up. Okay. Well, it isn't too bad right now, but I'll go ahead and show you all the outlooks for today. So, categorical, we're looking at mostly a southeastern threat. We're looking at mostly a southeast threat right here. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my! We'll get to that in a second. Holy. If radar would stop being stubborn, that is. So, for this severe weather threat today, let's go ahead and click on the enhanced risk. For the enhanced, these are the locations that will be affected, but will not be limited to Memphis, Shreveport, Jackson, Lafayette, Clarksville, with 8.4 million. In the slight, locations include, but will not be limited to, Houston, Nashville, New Orleans, Lexington, Kentucky, Baton Rouge, with 17 million. In the marginal, we have the locations that are included that include but will not be limited to Dallas, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Louisville, or however you say that, and Plano. Here's the summary. Severe storms capable of producing damaging wind gusts, large hail, and several tornadoes are expected from the Sabine River Valley northeastward into the lower to mid Mississippi and Ohio valleys. Strong tornadoes and very large hail and severe gusts will be possible in parts of the lower to mid Mississippi Valley. Our tornado threat will also be in the southeast as well. Let's go ahead and of course, there is no, at least there, I don't know why it's not showing that, but, here's the significant severe, which, by the way, the 10% and the sig severe have basically almost the same population and the same cities, so, and finally it manages to show up. So, significant severe and 10% are Memphis, Tennessee, Shreveport, Louisiana, Jackson, Mississippi, Jackson, Tennessee, and Bossier City, Louisiana. 4.9 million and 4.8 million, respectively. For the 5%, we have the locations that are included but will not be limited to Houston, Nashville, New Orleans, Lexington, Baton Rouge. For the 2%, we have the locations that will include but will not be limited to Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Louisville, Birmingham, and Mobile, Alabama. 17 million and 14.4 million, respectively. Just because this is yellow and black right here does not mean we will not get tornadoes in the 5% and 2% risk. Remember what happened to Dothan? Remember what happened when we were in the 5%, then 2% tornado risk? Remember that? As for our wind threat, this will most likely be in the significant zone. So, I thought that was a tornado warning for a sec. I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. So, locations include for the 30%. Include, but will not be limited to, Memphis, Shreveport, Jackson, Lafayette, and Lake Charles. For the 15%, locations include, but will not be limited to, Houston, Nashville, New Orleans, Lexington, Fayette, and Baton Rouge. For the 5%, we have the locations include, but will not be limited to, Plano, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Louisville. That is the wind threat. For our hail threat, we have the locations that will include, but will not be limited to. And yes, I'll do these two separately. For the significant severe, that is. Shreveport, Beaumont, Woodlands, Lake Charles, and Bossier City with 3.4 million. 30% has pretty much all the same locations except for Longview and Lake Charles, making it 3.5 million. 15% we have Houston, Memphis, Nashville, New Orleans, and Lexington. For the 5%, locations include but will not be limited to Dallas, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Plano, Texas, with 21.5 million and 15.5 million, respectively. For our probabilistic, this is our day 3 with 5% any severe risk. Day 4, we have absolutely 0 data. Oh, damn. Already severe thunderstorm warnings. Day 4, no data. Day 5, no data. Day 6. Day 7. Day 8. So, back to categorical, because I want to go over day 2's risk. Here is day 2. You see where that shifts east? And then day 3 also. Yeah, so this is going to be a multi-day severe weather threat. So, with our slight risk, locations include, but will not be limited to, Atlanta, Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, Columbus. For the marginal, locations include, but will not be limited to, Charlotte, New Orleans, Winston-Salem, Knoxville, Huntsville. Yes, that includes the Wiregrass as well. That includes the Wiregrass as well. Don't think I forgot about you if you're in the Wiregrass. Because this will also include Dothan, Midland City, Enterprise, Ozark, Cottonwood, Rehoboth, Hartford, Geneva, Ashford, Andalusia, Opp, Chipley, Defuniak Springs, Crestview, Mariana, Graceville, Jacob City. And don't think I forgot about the tornadoes that hit up here and in Dothan. Yeah, don't think I forgot about that. That time, we wasn't even prepared for that. Especially you, Dothan City. Dothan City Schools, you weren't prepared for that either. And yet you guys over there said no one predicted it. Yeah, right, idiots. Well, I'm telling you now, y'all best get prepared down here. Y'all best get prepared. Because we're in that risk again. We are in that risk again. This is going to be fun. Locations include, but will not be limited to, Alexander City, Selma, Montgomery, Greenville, Troy, Enterprise, Ozark, Andalusia, Op, Mobile, Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, Defuniak Springs, Crestview, Milton, Geneva. For the green, locations include, but will not be limited to, Dothan, Rehoboth, Cottonwood, Slocum, Graceville, Eufaula, Columbus, Atlanta, Birmingham, Oxford, Gadsden, Dalton, Panama City. Yeah. So y'all best get prepared for this one. Because this is going to be the only time I'm warning y'all. For our wind threat. Again, get prepared down here, you idiots. For our wind threat. In the yellow, locations include, but will not be limited to, Birmingham, Montgomery, Tuscaloosa, Columbus, Dothan, Andalusia, Geneva, Columbus, Gainesville, Alexander City, Greensville, Troy, Eufaula, Marianna, Panama City, Santa Rosa Beach, Pensacola, Gulf Shores, Mobile, Gulfport, Port Sulphur, and Pell City. For the brown, this goes all the way up to Virginia. Holy! Locations include, but will not be limited to, Johnson City, Newport, Chattanooga, Huntsville, Athens, Macon, Albany, Quincy, Apalachicola, New Orleans, Morgan City, Hattiesburg, Tuscaloosa, hello, Columbus, Fayette, and Coleman. For our hail threat, we have no data on this. We have absolutely zero data on if there's going to be hail or not. None. But anyway, let's go ahead and start tracking the severe weather. And YouTube's being stubborn on TV, obviously. Da 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 da. I'm trying to get YouTube on my TV so that way we can get Ryan Hoyle. Hello? Hello? YouTube? Well, that's just weird. Anyway, before I get sidetracked, which I always happen to do, is my phone. Perfect. 15. Well, it's still charging, obviously. So, we have a storm chaser on the ground. Please stand by. Anyway, we have a flash flood emergency in Little Rock. This is a flash flood emergency for Little Rock, Conway, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Jacksonville. Until 2:15 p.m. Holy, and I'm already getting hungry. Damn. At 11:06, emergency management reported roads closed and previous water rescues. Thunderstorms were producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 8 and 12 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. I repeat, this is a flash flood emergency for Little Rock, Conway, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Jacksonville. This is a this is a PDS. It says the meaning right there. Seek higher ground now. The hazard here is life-threatening flash flooding and thunderstorms producing said flash flooding. This is emergency management reported. I repeat, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter. Seek higher ground now. Life-threatening flash flooding of low water crossings, dam, small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Locations include, but will not be limited to, Little Rock, Conway, Sherwood, Ward, Shannon Hills, and Wrightsville. Move to higher ground now. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not, under any circumstances, attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding or under an evacuation order. Turn around. Do not drown. Most flood deaths occur while in vehicles. We have a new mesoscale discussion. Which one is new, my guy? Is it this one? No, that one was issued 3 hours ago. Damn. This one was issued 2 minutes ago. Perfect. So this is concerning Tornado Watch 122. The severe weather threat for Tornado Watch 122 continues. Summary. A focused severe wind threat is developing across central Arkansas towards western Tennessee, with the potential for winds in excess of 80 miles per hour. So, let's see if I can't get Ryan Hoyle on my phone, since that's probably going to be a viable option. How come there are no storm chasers chasing this? TRG Tornado is live. Yay! You're my citadel, I'm living in hell. Storm Chasers live.
Storm Chasers live, yes.
What the fuck? Okay. We have Storm Chaser Reed Timmer. Another tornado threat today. So he's now scouting his target with Team Dominator, his storm chasing team. Is Ryan Hoyle live, bro? No, but Ryan Hoyle Extra is live.
Hail damage to vehicles is expected, and you should also be prepared for potential wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Additionally, a tornado watch is still in effect, so stay vigilant as tornadoes can develop quickly from these storms. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building if you are in the path of this storm. Stay tuned for further updates as this situation develops. The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood warning for parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee, including the Memphis and low-lying regions. Remember, turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Here's the latest update on the severe thunderstorm warning affecting parts of Arkansas. This warning is in effect for about 34 minutes from now. Areas impacted include northern Cleveland, central Prairie, southeastern Lanoke, southeastern Grant, northeastern Dallas, west central Monroe, Jefferson, northwestern Lincoln, and northwestern Arkansas counties. These severe thunderstorms are moving northeast at a rapid 60 miles per hour, with wind gusts reaching up to 60 miles per hour and hail the size of nickel.
The weather intensity score is 109.
Location specifically at risk.
Meaning I am so glad I went live right now, bro. I am so glad I went live, bro. Because it's only going to get more active. Trust me. But again, if you are a weather spotter, feel free to go ahead and send weather conditions of your area to me through Facebook. So that way I can
Please take
keep
precautions
watch.
by moving to an interior room on the lowest floor of your building. Stay safe and stay tuned for further updates. Attention to everyone in Arkansas. We have a top priority alert. A flash flood emergency has been declared for Hardy and Cherokee Village. This is a particularly dangerous situation, and we urge all residents in northwestern Lawrence County and central Sharp County to seek higher ground immediately. Thunderstorms are producing life-threatening flash flooding, and emergency management has reported multiple water rescues underway. Areas affected include Cherokee Village, Highland and Sharp County, Hardy, Imboden, Ravenden, Williford, and Ozark Acres. Please remember, do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing a flood-threatened area or under an evacuation order. Avoid driving on flooded roads. Turn around. Don't drown. This emergency warning will remain in effect for 2 hours and 46 minutes from now. Stay safe and remain alert. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of southeastern and southwestern Arkansas, including northwestern Bradley, Cleveland, Calhoun, southeastern Dallas, eastern Ouachita, northwestern Drew, and southwestern Lincoln counties. This warning is in effect until 12:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:41 a.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 8 miles northwest of Fordyce to near Cullendale, moving east at 45 miles per hour. These storms may produce 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Expect hail damage to vehicles and wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Affected locations include Farmville, Cornerville, Miller's Bluff, Frenchport, and several more. Please move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building for your protection. Torrential rainfall is occurring with these storms and may lead to flash flooding. Avoid driving through flooded roadways. A tornado watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for southeastern and southwestern Arkansas. The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood warning for parts of Arkansas until 4:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Heavy rain from thunderstorms is causing flash flooding. Turn around, don't drown. Let's check in on the severe thunderstorm warning for portions of southeastern and southwestern Arkansas. This warning is set to expire in under 45 minutes, so please stay alert if you are in the impacted areas. Currently, severe thunderstorms are moving east at a rapid pace of approximately 45 miles per hour. These storms are capable of producing 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. This could cause significant damage to vehicles, roofs, siding, and trees. Areas under the warning include northwestern Bradley County, Cleveland County, Calhoun County, southeastern Dallas County, eastern Ouachita County, northwestern Drew County, and southwestern Lincoln County. If you are in locations such as Farmville, Cornerville, Miller's Bluff, and Star City, among others, please seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Remember, torrential rainfall is accompanying these storms, which could lead to flash flooding. Do not attempt to drive through flooded roadways. Additionally, a tornado watch remains in effect until this evening for these regions, so stay tuned for further updates. Stay safe. Here's the latest update on the severe weather impacting Arkansas. We continue to track a severe thunderstorm warning affecting multiple counties, including southwestern Independence, northwestern Prairie, southwestern Jackson, southeastern Cliburn, Lenoke, southeastern Faulkner, White, northwestern Jefferson, and eastern Pulaski. These storms are moving northeast at an impressive speed of 85 miles per hour. The main threats remain 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, both radar indicated. Expect damage to vehicles, trees, and structures like mobile homes and roofs. Areas at risk include Wilburn, Old Austin, England, Furlough, Antioch, and Judsonia, among others. Remember, a tornado watch is also in effect until 7 p.m. for eastern, central, and southeastern Arkansas. For your safety, head to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This warning is active for about 13
Yo, Ryan Hoyo is going to be live soon.
Please remain alert and take necessary precautions. The current weather intensity score is 107.3, indicating widespread severe weather conditions. All right, folks, let's dive into the latest update from the Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow's severe weather outlook. We're looking at a slight risk of severe thunderstorms across parts of the southeast and the southern Appalachians, so here's what you need to know. First off, if you're in the southeast, especially around eastern Alabama, keep an eye out. Tomorrow, a cold front is going to be pushing through, and with it, we're expecting a large mesoscale convective system, or MCS, to be active. This system is set to move slowly eastward throughout the day, dragging along some potentially nasty weather. We're talking about a mix of strong winds and the possibility of isolated tornadoes. Now, thanks to a mid-level jet streak moving into the Ohio Valley, there's going to be a lot of wind energy aloft. This creates strong, deep layer shear, which is a fancy way of saying that the wind changes with height and helps storms organize. In the more unstable areas ahead of the front, especially with surface dew points in the mid to upper 60s, there's a decent chance for some organized storm activity. We could see supercells pop up, bringing that isolated tornado threat, but the main show will likely be linear storms with a wind damage focus. As we move north into the southern Appalachians, conditions aren't quite as ripe for severe weather. While there's still strong shear, the instability isn't as robust. So any severe weather there might be more marginal, with gusty winds being the main concern. So if you're in these areas, keep your weather radios handy and stay tuned for updates. The severe threat could linger into early evening, but it should calm down as the atmosphere stabilizes. Stay safe out there.
Yes, indeed. Stay safe out there.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Union County in south central Arkansas, and northwestern Union Parish and northeastern Claiborne Parish in north central and northwestern Louisiana. This warning is in effect until 1 p.m. CDT. At 11:50 a.m. CDT, severe thunderstorms were detected along a line from near Smackover to near Homer, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. These storms are bringing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Expect hail damage to vehicles and wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Areas impacted include Norphlet, Callion, Newell, New London, Oakland, El Dorado, Strong, Pigeon Hill, and more. Stay alert for a possible tornado, as tornadoes can develop quickly from these storms. If a tornado is spotted, seek shelter in a basement or small central room in a sturdy building. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor for your protection. A tornado watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. CDT for south central Arkansas and north central and northwestern Louisiana. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for multiple counties in Arkansas, including Woodruff, Independence, Prairie, Jackson, Cleburne, Lonoke, Monroe, White, Jefferson, and Arkansas counties until 12:30 p.m. CDT. At 11:51 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line from near Pangburn to Des Arc to near Humnoke, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. These storms pose a threat of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Radar indicates the potential for hail damage to vehicles, significant tree damage, and wind damage to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations impacted include Dobbs Landing, Wilburn, McCrory, Salado, Bradford, Judsonia, and many others. Residents are advised to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building for safety. Additionally, a tornado watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. CDT for eastern, central, and southeastern Arkansas. Please stay informed and take necessary precautions. Here's a quick update on the severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Arkansas, including Independence, Prairie, Jackson, Cleburne, Lanoke, White, Jefferson, and Pulaski counties. This warning remains in effect for 6 minutes from now. Expect 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, which could cause damage to vehicles, trees, mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. A tornado watch is also in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for eastern, central, and southeastern Arkansas. Please take shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Let's check in with Connor Croft, who is currently streaming live from Holly Grove, Arkansas. He's live on YouTube.
And if you are just joining us, I can give you the rundown on the risk tomorrow. If it would load, that is. Oh, that's because I was on categorical. Or wasn't on categorical, I was on hail. I'm an idiot. But, here's the severe weather risk for tomorrow. Dothan, you're going to be in the slight risk, along with Rehoboth. And then our tornado risk. Now, I'm pretty sure all of you remember that we had a tornado in Dothan, an EF1, according to the National Weather Service in Tallahassee, where Dothan Prep received damage, and then Dothan City Schools superintendent decided to say, well, nobody predicted it. Yeah, right. The Weather Twin Storm team was predicting it every single day until that day. That day, we started tracking. But again, y'all down here got to get prepared, because we're going to have that 2% tornado risk. And then we got that wind risk too. Yay! And then I even told Houston County schools about it. At least they listened. At least Houston County schools kind of heeded my warning about the severe weather, you know. But anyway, back to radar. Of course, I'm going to have to probably switch radars pretty soon, due to this radar being laggy as heck. Yay!
Bluff, Stuttgart, and Humphrey. Residents in these areas should expect possible damage to roofs, siding, and trees. A tornado watch remains in effect, so stay alert for any rapidly changing weather conditions. For your safety, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Remember, this is radar indicated, so take precautions even if you don't see the storm immediately. Stay tuned for further updates as this situation unfolds over the next few minutes. Let's check in with Corey Gherkin, weatherwise.app, who is currently streaming live from Coahoma County, MS. He's live on YouTube. priority update regarding the ongoing weather situation in Arkansas. The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood emergency for Hardy and Cherokee Village. This is a particularly dangerous situation, and we urge you to seek higher ground immediately. The affected areas include northwestern Lawrence County and central Sharp County. We have received reports of heavy thunderstorms causing significant rainfall, with multiple water rescues already underway. This life-threatening flash flooding is expected to impact low water crossings, small creeks, streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. If you're in Cherokee Village, Highland, Hardy, Imboden, Ravenden, Williford, or Ozark Acres, please take immediate action to protect yourself and your loved ones. Remember, turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads, as most flood-related deaths occur in vehicles. This warning remains in effect for the next 2 hours and 30 minutes. Stay safe and stay alert. Here's an update on the Cottonwood Fire, newly reported by the National Interagency Fire Center. The fire is currently burning at approximately 14 acres with 0% containment. As of now, there are no evacuation orders or warnings, but it's important to stay alert for any changes. Fire crews are on the scene, working to establish containment lines. Residents in nearby areas should prepare to evacuate if necessary and keep emergency kits ready. Ensure your families and pets are prepared. Stay tuned for updates, and if you notice any changes in air quality, consider staying indoors. For more information, contact your local fire department or visit the NIFC website. We're continuing to track a severe thunderstorm warning affecting parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. This warning is in effect for another 58 minutes. Specifically, we're looking at Union County in south central Arkansas, as well as northwestern Union Parish and northeastern Claiborne Parish in Louisiana. The storm line is moving northeast at 45 miles per hour and bringing with it 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Expect potential damage to vehicles, roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Norphlet, Callion, El Dorado, and Bernice, among others. Remember, there is a possibility of tornadoes developing from these thunderstorms, so stay vigilant. If you spot a tornado, move to a basement or a small central room in a sturdy building immediately. A tornado watch is in effect until 7 p.m. for the affected areas. Stay safe and stay tuned for more updates.
Indeed.
Let's check in with Connor Croft, who is currently streaming live from Holly Grove, Arkansas. He's live on YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of standing water here, a lot of flash flooding here the past several days.
So, let me go ahead and go over this alert, which has a tornado possible. This is for Woodruff County, southeastern Independence County, Prairie County, Jackson County, White County, southeastern Claiborne County, eastern Lonoke County, north central Jefferson County, and northern Arkansas County. In eastern Arkansas, north central Arkansas, central Arkansas, and southeastern Arkansas. Until 12:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, at 11:51, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Pangbourne to Des Arc to near Humnoke, moving northeast at 65, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail is possible with this system. Locations include, but will not be limited to, Bradford, Georgetown, Dixie, and Providence. A tornado watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for eastern, central, and southeastern Arkansas. For your protection, move into your room on the lowest floor of a building. Stay tuned as the Weather Twin Storm Team gives you updates. Mesoscale discussion. Probability of watch issuance 80%. Severe weather threat is increasing across southeast Texas this morning and will continue to increase into southwest Louisiana by this afternoon. So, there might be a watch issued here. Who knows? Wind advisory. Let's go to Alabama, where most of Alabama is under a flood watch, which starts in 9 hours, expires in 2 days. This watch right here starts in 6 hours, expires tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get this one first. Flood watch is in effect from 6 p.m. this evening through Saturday. Really? Sunday evening. Flooding is caused by excessive rainfall. Is possible. Portions of Alabama and Tennessee, apparently. Which include, but will not be limited to, Coleman, Franklin. Those are 2 locations in Alabama. Jackson, Lauderdale, 2 locations in Middle Tennessee. Well, 4 locations, I guess. Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, more. From 6 p.m. this evening through Sunday afternoon. Impacts. Excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying areas, and flood-prone locations. Monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings with this system. So, wait, there's rotation. Hold up. Is it on this storm? I'm not sure what storm it's on. Hold on. Let me go ahead and go Little Rock radar. So that way we can see what storm is rotating. Yeah, I think we're going to have to switch radars. As I found out. Attic radar we go. Attic radar, that's fun. Yay. Now we can properly see what storm they're talking about. It's most likely this one right here. So nope, radar's not picking that up. Unless it's on this storm right here. Hold on. Because now I'm confused on where the rotation is. Where in hell is the rotation? Base velocity. Oh. 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 That's the rotation. Holy. I think we got some rotation, people. This is near De Val's Bluff, Pepper's Landing, Brassfield, Allendale, and Jeffries. Anyone in those areas needs to probably take shelter at this point, because this is radar indicated. They're probably going to issue a tornado warning for that. Most likely. If rotation continues on radar, they're probably going to issue a tornado warning. Yup. Right there. Right there. We might have a tornado on the ground. Holy. Brinkley? Let's see. Brinkley, Arkansas. Y'all might have to actually take shelter at this point. There's more rotation right in here, too. Holy. But I think the easiest rotation you can see right here is from Little Rock radar, bro. So Brinkley, y'all might want to take shelter over here. This is also nearing Eden, so y'all take shelter as well. I am cold as hell. I'm cold as ass. So the weather intensity score is 128.8. Yeah, I'm not liking the way this is rotating right here. Wait, is that another rotation right there near Dagmar and Brassfield? Yup, indeed it is. Okay, Brinkley, now you might want to take this more seriously. Because this area that you are in also has a tornado watch. So I think that might actually be a tornado trying to rotate. Right here. Unless that is a tornado on the ground. Yeah, we got a low right here pushing this one. Pretty much. And causing all that rotation. Yeah. I think that's rotation. I have no idea though. 125.16 for the weather intensity score. Ooh. Do we have an actual moderate risk? Holy. Yup. We do. And it's not looking so good. Oh boy. Oh. Oh boy. I have no idea. Upgrade. Y'all, but an upgrade to moderate has been issued. Bad stuff. And again, for the same areas from the whole week. And yet someone is saying how bad. Bro, do you not know how bad it's gonna be from this right here? I mean, Memphis, you're even in this as well. Whoops. Looks like Missouri, Tennessee, and Mississippi are last again. That's fun. That is tons of fun.
A tornado watch is also in effect until 7 p.m. CDT for eastern Arkansas. Stay safe and prepared. Attention everyone, we continue to monitor a serious weather situation in Arkansas. A flash flood emergency remains in effect for the next 2 hours and 13 minutes, specifically impacting Hardy and Cherokee Village in northwestern Lawrence County and central Sharp County. This is a particularly dangerous situation, with emergency management reporting active water rescues and flash flooding already occurring. If you are in these areas, it's crucial to seek higher ground immediately. The threat includes life-threatening flash flooding impacting low water crossings, small creeks, streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Again, this is a flash flood emergency. Do not attempt to travel unless absolutely necessary. Remember, turn around.
577 people are waiting for Ryan Hoyle to go live. Damn. At 1 p.m. Okay. Welcome to Clarksville, Tennessee's personal weather channel. Damn. Okay. Notify me. Yo. So, did they upgrade day 2 as well? No, they did not. They did not. We also don't care. And yes, I'm reading straight from Ryan Hoyle's live chat. Yes, northern Arkansas needs a massive break from this. Needs a massive break. Ooh, new severe thunderstorm warning. I need to get rid of this. So, this for southeastern Kaufman County, western Van Zandt County, northwestern Henderson County, and northeastern Navarro County in north central Texas until 1 p.m. At 12:18 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Flag Lake, or 8 miles west of Gun Barrel City. Who would name a city Gun Barrel City? That's my question. Moving northeast at 55, quarter-sized hail. Damage to vehicles is possible. This will be near Tool, 7 Points, Gun Barrel City, Kemp, Mabank, Cedar Creek, and Reservoir around 12:25. Willows Point and Edgewood around 12:50. Other locations include, but will not be limited to, Prairieville, Myrtle Springs, and Rand. This includes Interstate 20 between mile markers 508 and 528. For your protection, get inside a sturdy structure and stay away from any and all windows. It's going to be a bad severe weather day, people. A bad severe weather day. And at this point, I need to go get something to. Oh my. We have a tornado warning, people. Our first tornado warning of the stream. Woo! This is for southeastern Poinsett, Cross County, and this county, of which I'm not even going to say because I'm not sure I'm going to be saying it right. All in eastern Arkansas until 1 p.m. At 12:20, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Fair Oaks, or 15 miles east of Augusta, moving east at 65 miles per hour. This storm system is moving through areas impacted by tornadoes earlier in the weeks. Hazard: tornado. Radar indicated rotation. As I already have said, I predicted this tornado warning was going to be issued, idiots. Ryan Hoyle is live. Clearly.
When exploring new credit cards, you should know what you're getting into. With hundreds of offers,
About time.
Credit Karma curates relevant options for you and
Locations include, but will not be limited to, Three Forks, Booker, Deckerville, Marked Tree, Weona Junction, and Bushy Lake. Take cover now. Do not walk, run. Yo, I'll be right back. I gotta go get something to eat, people.
All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Is the mic working? Is the camera working today? Let's switch on over here to this view. All right, yeah. Things seem to be working decently here. Welcome back to another live stream. We're live today talking about significant severe weather situation once again. Unfortunately, oh no, my moderate risk graphic hasn't updated yet up there. Hopefully that sorts itself out. But if you are tuning in here, just now. Welcome. We've got another significant day of severe weather ahead of us. We've got, another day of tornadoes and flash flooding and severe weather and all that jazz. We've got storm chasers out there. We've got traffic cameras. We've got already tornado warnings in place. So I'm going to do the thing where, we say hello here very quickly. Hello, chat. How many people we got in here? Looks like we've got people from all over the place. Tennessee, hopefully we've got some people from Memphis in here because things are looking pretty wild in Memphis today. If you know anybody in the affected areas, please share this stream with them. Let them know that we're going to be here all day again today. I don't even know what day it is. I honestly, I don't think I know what day of the week. It's Saturday, right? Yeah. Okay. It's Saturday. We're going to be here all day again, talking about these warnings. So let me really quickly go over the, tornado warnings we have in effect right now. Hold on, let me refresh that. While I refresh that, I'll show you what this looks like over here in Wheatley, Arkansas. Holy smokes. Big time Bo Echo moving up into Memphis. And a couple different parts of that line are currently warned for a tornado warning. One of them's down there near Forest City. So here we go. Tornado warning now in effect for Crittenden County, Arkansas, Cross County, Arkansas, and St. Francis County, Arkansas. This is Wynn. Again, you're under a tornado warning. Colt, Caldwell, Parkin, and Earl. We've got a huge damaging wind event unfolding before us here. This is going to be bad over here west of Memphis. Wind, I'm concerned about just the damaging wind implications here, but also obviously we've got a chance of a QLCS spin up tornado here as well. We got to get everybody into their safe spots over here in Colt, Caldwell, Wynn, Parkin, and Earl. This is racing up to the north and east.
If you have any family in the locations of, and I quote, Earl, Parkin, Terrell, Mark Tree, Forest City, Marion, Wine, Caldwell, Madison, or even West Memphis and Memphis. Tell them, hell, call them. Tell them to get into shelter. I repeat, tell them to get into shelter now. This is a dangerous situation, and we have a major Bo Echo right here. We have a tornado warning. A new tornado warning in effect for the same cell.
And we just got a new tornado watch too. Before I get to that though, let's hear from Riley. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Ryan, that new tornado warning was actually what I was coming to point out, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and point out basically this entire line. There's like 700 different places it could be. Okay, there's not that many. There's a lot of different places on this line that could be producing tornadoes, and it's producing a minimum of 70-mile-an-hour winds as well. As long as you're within that considerable severe thunderstorm warning, I'd probably go ahead and just take shelter now. This line is moving very, very fast. It's moving east at about 65 to 70 miles an hour, depending on where you are in the line. So you're not going to have a lot of time to take shelter once you get closer to this thing or once it gets closer to you. So if you're in the considerable, just go ahead, do it now. Don't be outside and don't play around with this thing.
Thank you very much, Riley.
Do not fuck around and find out, basically.
Line segment approaching Memphis and areas just to the north and west of Memphis. This whole thing, let's treat it like a big tornado because we're going to have tornado-like winds, like a wall of wind moving across eastern portions of Arkansas. And then embedded in that, we're going to have actual tornadoes. So we could have 3 or 4 tornadoes at the same time here inside of this line as it approaches the greater Memphis area. This is the real deal, and you've got to take shelter out there in Harrisburg, Mark Tree, Truman, Manila, all the way over towards Osceola. Once again, rotation near Fisher, Brushy Lake. My goodness, y'all, I feel like I've called out these town names a million times over the past couple of days. I'm sorry for the rude awakening this morning, but this is another instance where you're going to have to get to shelter here as soon as you can, all the way over there to Lauderdale and Tipton counties in Tennessee. All right, so here's our tornado watch. We've got another one, but this is our newest one. Tornado watch for a few tornadoes possible there in portions of Texas. We're talking about Houston right now. Houston, all the way up towards Port Arthur. My goodness, about 7-8 million people under that tornado watch there. A few tornadoes possible, ping pong size hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds. So if you know anybody in Houston, let them know. We're going to be keeping an eye on them today as well. And we're just going to be going back and forth between that and our main threat over here in Tennessee, portions of Arkansas. We got a tornado watch all the way down into eastern Texas, northern portions of Louisiana, northwestern Mississippi, western Tennessee. So like we're going to be going up and down this line all day today. Significant, rotation trying to set up here near Fisher in Arkansas, moving towards Harrisburg, Truman, and Lepanto. Once again, downtown Memphis, you're now under one of those severe thunderstorm warnings for over the next hour. I wouldn't be surprised if this got upgraded as it got closer to you, maybe to a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. But man, this is a very powerful storm that we've got going on here as it races over into eastern portions of Arkansas and areas just to the west of downtown Memphis. The tornado warning currently in effect for places like Crittenden, Cross, and St. Francis counties in Arkansas. Here's a potential place we could have a tornado. Here's another one. Here's another one. They're just lining up and down here, left and right. They just issued another warning for wind. Park and Earl, you guys are under a tornado warning for the next 37 minutes. The main thing we've got to talk about here, once again, is the very strong tornado-like winds that will impact everybody out in front of this thing. 70, maybe even stronger miles per hour winds are going to be moving into Cherry Valley and Wynn here momentarily. And embedded inside of that wall of winds, we've got several places where there could be a tornado happening. So we need you to get into that most interior room, put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Lowest floor, helmet on, all that good stuff. Bring me with you. We'll let you know whenever we've got the y'all clear. We certainly don't have that right now in Marked Tree or Terrell. Or over here towards portions of Tennessee, closer to Osceola, Manila, Arkansas, Lepanto, Harrisburg, Truman, and Weiner, is it Weiner in Arkansas? Please take shelter.
Again, we have an absolutely dangerous situation. If you have any relatives living within these tornado warnings right here, I need you to call them on your phone right now. I need you to let them know that they have a tornado warning. And if they are watching this stream right now, to take the stream with them. Whether they have it on their phone, a Chromebook, a laptop, a tablet, or even keep your TV on. I will be here for the rest of the entire day giving severe weather coverage. Again, if you have any relatives in these tornado warnings, I need you to call them immediately. Tell them what is going on, that they have a tornado warning, and that they need to get to shelter quickly. Do not walk, run. I will be right back.
Jones Jonesboro, Arkansas. I think that you guys are going to get a big storm here, okay? But areas just to your south, that's where I'm most concerned about right now. But definitely stay on your toes there in Jonesboro. We might have to have you, get to your safe spot here at some point. You've heard Andy talk about the effect of a bookend vortex. Okay, something like that it is probably trying to develop here on the top side of this Boeing line segment as it goes by Jonesboro. So we've really got to watch this whole area over here as this is probably where we've got the most spin right now. So Harrisburg, Truman, Lake City. Oh man, Lake City, especially Manila and Caraway, Etowah, Dale over here, please take shelter. You're in an incredibly dangerous situation. This is probably, outside of the supercell thunderstorms that we had the other day that caused the big storms, this is probably going to be one of the stronger storms that you guys have been hit by down here through this whole series. Just the sheer strength of the winds here that are about to come into Cherry Valley are going to be quite intense. We expect widespread tree damage. We expect power outages and all of that kind of stuff. Probably some hail too. So you want to get away from windows. You want to get into that shelter, the tornado shelter, just as quickly as you possibly can. So once again, if you know anybody out there, especially in Memphis, because we got some time here to warn people, right? We got some time to warn people in Memphis. If you know anybody out in that general vicinity there, let them know that severe weather is coming, and it might start a little bit earlier today than maybe some people expected. And then also, if you know anybody down here around Houston, Texas, we've got a big tornado watch in effect for Texas today. And we're going to be covering this. There's about 8 million people in that watch down there. So send a text message to a family member or a friend, put it out there on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, and just let people know that we're going to be here all day, again, for free, commercial free, relaying warnings wall to wall as information comes out. A huge shout out to Kathleen Phillips. Everybody say thank you to Kathleen. Super awesome support, y'all. We were live yesterday for who knows how long now. I don't know, 11 hours or something. We covered the storms yesterday. Last night, while we, had to take a break, we had a couple more. We had some more tornadoes. We had a really impressive line of storm go through this area. And we had a couple tornadoes. We also had a really significant flash flooding situation developed in the Little Rock area. We got a flash flood emergency right now in the Little Rock, and we'll be trying our best to cover that however we can in between the tornado updates here, because we're going to have quite a few tornado updates today, y'all. They went and updated us to a moderate risk today over here from the Storm Prediction Center. And I don't know why my graphics doesn't update it up there above my head, but we might just have to deal with that today. But here's the real one, the one over here. That's today's moderate risk, centered right over Memphis, all right, and including a lot of northern Mississippi. Slight risk takes us all the way up into southern Ohio, all the way back down into the New Orleans area, southern Mississippi. And then, of course, back there towards Houston, Texas as well. We do have a 15% chance or probability of seeing tornadoes today in the red zone, 10% in the yellow. And the hatched indicator means that some of those tornadoes could potentially produce EF2 to EF5 damage. Brown goes all the way up into southern Ohio. That's 5%, 2% plumb up there into Pennsylvania. So we might have a couple storms in Ohio and Pennsylvania and even Maryland today that we'll have to go visit really quickly as we cover the main event down here in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, and of course into Louisiana and Texas as well. We are still also tracking our historic flooding situation, which is going to probably come to a head today. It'll probably reach its peak at some point today. We got a high risk of excessive rainfall in southwest Kentucky, west Tennessee, northwest Mississippi, and most of Arkansas, southeast Missouri too, as we expect an additional ton of rain. I don't even know, a ton of rain on top of the already saturated grounds. This will lead to devastating and potentially catastrophic and generational flash flooding. All right, quick update on our tornado warnings here. Wynn, you guys are getting hit by that storm right now. The strong winds are coming in to Wynn. Parkin and Earl, you guys are next in line. You've also got those winds coming into Cherry Valley right now. We've got it. Some of the strong winds coming into Terrell, Marks Tree, and then Weiner. Probably the most succinct. Or probably the most distinct, area of rotation that I'm seeing right now is south of Weiner, north of Waldenburg, moving in the general direction of Weiner. That's going to be Highway 49 coming up there, once again, towards the greater Jonesboro area. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a tornado warning at some point for Jonesboro, just in case something like this was to root up for a while and continue. It's going in that direction. If you look at the actual motion of our line here, everything's kind of fanning out in this direction. Now, things are only moving directly east right here at the what do you call that? The vertex of the sea there, the backward sea. So this northern part and southern part are going almost due north and due south. But yeah, significant rotation here near Waldenburg that might be producing a tornado as it goes up towards Jonesboro. So y'all watch out in Jonesboro. You're not under a tornado warning right now, but you might end up being in one here at some point soon. You are under a tornado warning in Harrisburg. We need everybody in Harrisburg to take shelter. Truman, Marks Tree, and Etowah. This is a dangerous storm. Take shelter immediately. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Ryan. So I sent 2 pictures in stream text. I'm just going to talk about them a little bit. So the first one, although it just looks like a bunch of dots on the map, this is a filtered map of USGS's stream gauges. Everyone that is like that blue black dot or a white dot with a pink circle is one that is higher than average. Every single black dot or black/blue dot is on an all-time high for this day of the year. And every single one that is a white circle with a pink line around it, that is in a flood stage. We're seeing a few of our flood gauges already reach major flood stages. A lot of them are in minor, or a lot of them are in moderate. There's also some in minor. The next picture in there is our forecasted rainfall from the National Blended Models. You can see that there's still some places that are expecting up to an additional 6 inches of rain. And this is just through April 5th. This is through tonight. We're going to get another 5 inches, 6 inches of rain through tonight. So we're definitely not out of the woods with flooding yet.
Thank you, Riley. Major, rare, high risk of excessive rainfall for flooding. And some of these places are already flooding significantly, and we're about to add a ton of rain on top of that. So that's what we're expecting today. That's what we're talking about today is the flooding, and then also these ongoing, severe and tornado threats that we are tracking around here. Another area of significant rotation popping up here south of Harrisburg. Once again, we can kind of zoom in here and hyper analyze this line, and we'll probably find a couple couplets, and we might even find some debris signatures. But the thing is like by the time the radar shows these, a lot of times they've already happened. Okay, so what we really need to do is, if we're in Harrisburg and Whitaker, we need to take shelter whether or not it's going to go south of town or north of town. You know what I'm saying? So Harrisburg, Whitaker, Weona, Old Weona, we really need to be taking shelter. Very dangerous situation setting up over here south of Jonesboro. Once again, Jonesboro, Arkansas, you're not under a tornado warning, but y'all watch out just in case some of this line kind of moves up out of that polygon a little bit towards the greater Jonesboro area. You're still about to get hit by a pretty significant line of storms, even though that the part of it that maybe that will hopefully hit you isn't going to be quite as tornadic as the part to your south. How are we doing in wind? Hopefully everybody's all right in wind. Some of the strongest winds are getting into wind now. So keep us updated on your whereabouts out there. Let us know what's going on. Of course, you don't want to come out of that safe spot at least for another 25 minutes. But the strongest winds are likely hitting right now, and things should calm down over the next little bit. Yeah, Houston is under a tornado watch, y'all. Houston's under a tornado watch. A few tornadoes possible, hail, and scattered wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible. 8 million people under the gun for potential significant severe weather today, including tornadoes. Just in that watch, I mean, there's probably another 8 million if you count the other watches that are that go up into Louisiana, Texas, Kentucky, and the whole rest of the line. We have currently Crittenden Cross and St. Francis County highlighted here, as that's one of the places that we're most concerned about, especially Parkin and Earl out here in Arkansas. We also just continue to have these really tight areas of rotation popping up around Harrisburg, Arkansas. That's moving up towards Truman and Lepanto. So this one's going to go on for a while. If you're way back here towards Osceola and Kaiser, once again, get comfy in that shelter. We'll be here for probably 30-40 minutes before the storms get to you. Even though these are moving really fast, that's a long warning. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's anything in the chat here that I need to address. I see lots of town requests. We will get to that, y'all. If I'm not talking about your town right now, there's probably not a tornado heading towards it. So that's good news. If I am talking about your town, that means that we've dedicated all of our resources to you to help you in this potentially life-threatening situation with our radar-indicated tornadoes for now. We haven't had any reports of a tornado, thank goodness, but we did just get a 70-mile-per-hour confirmed wind gust out here in Fisher. So Fisher, this was reported by the public there on Highway 49, a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust just a little over 20 minutes ago. So that's going through Harrisburg now. That's likely causing damage up there as it goes towards Truman as well. So as you can see, Memphis, you guys are not in the in any of the warning polygons yet, really, but they're coming your way. That's for sure. Oh, is it not Osceola? It's Osceola. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Ryan, looking just south of our furthest south tornado warning near Round Pond, or just to the west of Round Pond, there's been an area of convergence that's been coming together a little more. I would expect another tornado warning for here pretty soon.
All right, thank you, Riley. Y'all watch out up there, closer to probably Hicks Station, Round Pond, New Shady Grove, and Shearville, Jeanette, Crawfordsville, and Marion. We've got a new tornado warning probably coming out here soon for y'all. As honestly, that is one of the areas of rotation that probably sticks out more than some of the stuff up in the other part of the line. Wow, this is an intense line that's coming through. So yeah, give me just a second. I got to go pop something open real quick, literally 5 seconds.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We got a new tornado warning. And that one's actually not for the southern part. It's for the northern part. And this does include Jonesboro. So we are going to, we just talked about how Jonesboro might end up under a tornado warning. Now we are Craighead, Greene, Mississippi, and Poinsett counties. Y'all are under a tornado warning now. So take shelter. We've got that rotation over here south of Otwell, moving up towards Ridge. And yeah, the rotation actually, the biggest part of it would go right up towards Jonesboro. So hopefully everybody in the town of Jonesboro is listening and getting a shelter. It's 2 p.m. So we should have plenty of people out and about and ready to accept the message. It's not as scary, I guess, as when this happens at nighttime, but still, it's something that we've got to take we've got to take seriously here for Jonesboro, Lake City, Leachville, over towards Manila. You guys are under a tornado warning for the next hour. You want to get into that lowest floor of a sturdy building, interior room. You want to have your phone with you, a charge tablet. You want to get those shoes on. You want to get the pets and kids and everybody and huddle up in that safest spot in your home and stay there. Hopefully we'll be fine. Tornadoes are small compared to cities and neighborhoods and stuff. So even if we have a tornado go through Jonesboro here and you live in Jonesboro, the odds of your house being hit head on are extremely low. But if it does happen, you're really going to wish you would have taken some precautions here to make it easier on you and so that you could not be scared, but rather be prepared. Here's a look at this monster as it roars in from the west over there. This is a little bit farther. This is out in front of that line as it comes in. Big time shelf cloud coming into St. Francis County, Arkansas. It's going to bring about at least 70-mile-per-hour winds as it comes in. Aaron Stockwell, huge shout out. Shout out to Aaron Stockwell. Thank you for the gifted. So once again, rotation is coming up towards Jonesboro, Arkansas right now. We're concerned about y'all. So we're trying to relay as much information as possible here, including some of the things that are in the path of the storm here. I mean, the Arkansas Hospital of Jonesboro, I mean, is technically in the path of the rotation. Even the St. Bernard's Behavioral Health Center, the Malco Hollywood
tornado
Cinema
warning has been issued.
All of these places are under a tornado warning, and we need to get anybody that's at those places into their safe spots as quickly as possible. So we got a new severe thunderstorm warning here. Real quick, we'll go back up to Tennessee and talk about that tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm warning for Farmerville, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds coming in over the next little bit. We're talking about Lincoln and Union parishes. One by one, here's our tornado warnings. Wind, the biggest part of the wind is past you now, but we're starting to be a little bit more concerned about Earl and the Marked Tree. That's where some of the really strong winds are about to work into right now. We've got a specific area of rotation here near Marked Tree that we've got to keep an eye on. So hopefully you guys are sheltered. Osceola, you guys are probably about 25 point. So make sure you're taking shelter over there. This does include Lake City and Manila. And then Jonesboro, we probably got a good 5 minutes or so before the strongest part of that storm works into town. So hopefully you're in you're sheltered and you're ready to go. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I got to push a couple buttons here and fix something. I'm going to get a quick quick update on the chat from Y'allbot here. Y'allbot's been reading all your messages. Let me see if I've missed anything, and then we'll. I should be done with what I'm doing here.
All right, Weather Maestro, your viewers are laser focused on Arkansas right now, especially poor Lake City and Jonesboro under the gun again with sirens reported. There's also a lot of chatter about serious flooding across Arkansas. Sounds like NOAA's building a sequel over there. Folks are still checking arrival times for Memphis and Jackson, Tennessee, like it's a pizza delivery tractor.
A new tornado warning.
We're going to be checking on you over there in Memphis here shortly. We haven't really gotten there yet. That's why we haven't talked about you a whole lot at this point. But I promise you, Memphis, you're going to be in the rotation here. Kenzie, I think I fixed it. Pay attention there. I don't know. I mean, nothing's changed. So I don't know what would be causing that. New tornado warning in Louisiana. They went ahead and issued a tornado warning for Union Parish, Louisiana. This is north and west of Farmerville. There's your rotation. It's coming up towards Conway and Meridian. Cecil, Marion, and Sadie. So there is some rotation here. So we're keeping an eye on you. This is north of Farmerville. Farmerville, you're not included in this. However, there is still a strong storm heading your way, and there's another little rotating part of it. So we probably don't want to be too relaxed in Farmerville over the next 43 minutes or so. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Ryan. So if you go back one scan, that area of rotation was actually much stronger. But I'd expect the one just to the south, or just to the south of it, that's weaker right now. Nope, one more north. It looks a little different on my radar. Yeah, that one right there. I think it's probably going to follow the same pattern that the one to the north of it just did, and eventually the other one that you're looking at to the south. So I would expect a few more tornado warnings here. So Farmerville, probably a good time now to just go ahead, head to shelter preemptively. Either way, it's going to be a strong storm, and it's probably better to just be in shelter.
All right, thank you, Riley. So pretty much what what we're talking about here at Farmerville, you're just outside of that polygon, but I think I would still consider Farmerville under the warning, as there is multiple areas of rotation that's going to be coming up here. You see pretty clearly, actually, 1, 2, and 3. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another polygon about like that here in the next little bit. So that's your tornado warning down there in Union Parish, Louisiana. We also have a new one not a new, but a continued tornado warning for Craighead, Mississippi, Cross, Lauderdale. Well, those counties are in Arkansas, and then Lauderdale and Tipton counties in Mississippi. This goes all the way over towards Osceola. Our rotation is most intense between Truman and Marked Tree. Marked Tree, Northern Ohio. You guys are about to get a significant amount of strong straight line damaging winds right now. So please make sure you're sheltered. You're away from windows and all that good stuff. Lowest floor, internal bathroom or closet or something. If you don't have a basement, if you don't have a underground cellar, something like that's going to be good, whichever one has the least amount of glass. Yep. Okay, it's fixed now. Okay, cool. Sweet. If you're just now tuning in, we're on day, who knows what? How many days straight have we went live here? Is this 4 or 5? I know that there's technically like 7, and we didn't go live for one of those days, but I don't know. This has just been the wildest roller coaster. It feels like Groundhog Day. Every day I wake up, I come here, I talk to you guys, I go to sleep, I wake up, I come here, I talk to you guys, and I'm talking about the same places every time. It's like, am I reliving the same day over and over again here? Kind of weird, man. This is the 4th day. So we've had like 7 days straight, but like there was like 1 day out of those 7 that we didn't have to stream, but still crazy. And it continues to be crazy. We're continuing to watch this daggone storm here north of north and west of Memphis. Memphis, you still don't have any immediate threats, not for the next 30 minutes or so. Jonesboro, you guys are getting a storm right now. The rotating part of that is still to your south and west. You probably want to wait a good 30 minutes before you come out of that safe spot. All right. And then Lake City, you guys need to stay in there in your safe spot for a good 40 minutes as well. And then the areas I'm most concerned about at this very moment is honestly going to be right here around Mark Tree, Lepanto, over towards Diez. I don't know how you say that. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. So that's what we're going to kind of lock in on here. Moderate risk of severe weather today. By the way, graphic above my head, it's not changing. That's yesterday's outlook. Today's outlook looks like this, which, I mean, it doesn't look that different if you really, you know what I mean? Like it's just a little bit farther to the east. But we got a moderate risk. That's a 4 out of 5 for Memphis and surrounding areas. We got a 3 out of 5. From about Clarksville, Tennessee, all the way back down towards most of Louisiana, western Mississippi, and to eastern portions of Texas. We do have a tornado watch right now in Texas near Houston. We got a few tornadoes possible today. Scattered wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Population of about 8 million people here that are potentially going to be impacted by tornadoes and severe weather today. So we're going to be here all day talking to them and talking to you. And we'll do it for, once again, with no commercials and wall to wall, no breaks. So let everybody know that we're going to be here for them if they need that. This is our longest consecutive run of streams for ever in the channel's history, for sure. Has Runner. Everybody say a huge shout out to Has Runner. That is a major, awesome contribution there, Has. Thank you. Been live for 50 hours since March 30th. That's wild. So what you're looking at there on those traffic cameras is some of the strong winds and heavy rain moving into the areas that are getting overtaken by the bow echo that we're watching move into the greater Memphis area, mostly up to the north and west of Memphis right now. So this is what you can expect as it moves farther east.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
And looky there, they've got a PDS severe thunderstorm warning now. They've upped this warning right here to a PDS severe thunderstorm warning with 90 miles per hour marked on there for the wind speed. So Terrell, Lepanto, Leachville, Rector, Marmaduke, you guys are now under essentially a giant tornado warning. Guys, 90 mile per hour winds can do damage just like a tornado. If you get hit by this storm, a lot of you probably won't notice the difference between a tornado and this. This is becoming a very dangerous situation for our folks over here in a large area. Clay County, Arkansas, Craighead County, Arkansas, Crittenden, Cross, Greene, and Lee Poinsett,
A new tornado
St.
warning
Francis
has
County
been issued.
in Arkansas are all under this destructive severe thunderstorm warning. That's a PDS, particularly dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning. Dunklin, Missouri, you guys are also included in that. They just issued a new big tornado warning. Precautionary radar indicated a tornado warning for Lake City. Again, you're in that safe spot for an hour in Lake City. Manila, Leechville, Gosnell, Blytheville, Kennett. This almost makes it up there to Hayti. Gosh, man, I forgot how you said it again. Cartersville, and the areas up here north and west of Dyersburg. So it doesn't make it to Cartersville or Dyersburg yet, but it is getting really close. Over the next hour, we need everybody over here to stay sheltered. We've got a very good chance of a tornado here. And also, even if we don't have a tornado, once again, everybody's going to have to deal with those straight line damaging winds. And those will be like a tornado for most of you. Hayti. Okay, that's what I thought. Sorry, it's been a day already.
Yes, it has been quite
Let's
a
see
day
here.
already.
Union County or Union Parish, Louisiana, you're still under a tornado warning. We still got 3 very distinct areas of rotation moving up in the general direction of Farmersville and Marion. We hope you guys are taking shelter down here. You've got 33 minutes left on that warning. Nothing confirmed on that. So yeah, and also no confirmed tornadoes on any of our tornado warnings up here. But what's happening probably is we probably are having some spin up tornadoes in here, but they just haven't been reported yet, or they will be, once again, there's just going to be a widespread area of damage, and we won't know probably until a couple of days from now which parts of that damage came from straight line damaging winds and which ones came from maybe a spin up tornado or two. So really I would consider the whole PDS severe thunderstorm warning as a giant tornado warning, and everybody out there needs to be taking shelter right now. Very, very dangerous storm coming into western Tennessee, northeastern portions of Arkansas now. Looks like they might issue a watch out in front of this. Severe thunderstorm watch, specifically for the windy side of that storm that's going to be coming up here. That might include Marksville. It might include Madisonville, Owensboro. It might get close to Cape Girardeau, Paducah, Kentucky. You guys will be in that 95% chance that they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm watch for that. Actually, it might even be a tornado watch. I don't know. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Ryan, I'm getting increasingly concerned with our rotation here near Farmersville, Louisiana. I would say if you're to the northeast of the town, I know you're in a warning, but it might go outside of that warning polygon. We talked about this once already, so I think it's important that you're in your safe spot.
Thank you, Riley. Farmerville, Marion, and surrounding areas, even smaller places like Swiftwater Landing, Sardis, Quigley, Tugwell, please get into that safe spot. This is a very obvious area of rotation. Well, several areas of rotation here, but they're all moving in your general direction. So please get in that safe spot. Take this one seriously. 30 minutes on that warning. We'll let you know whenever you're good. Jonesboro, you are still under that tornado warning. However, I would say in about 5 minutes, the concerning part of that storm is going to be past you for the most part. So most of the stronger winds and the greater tornado threat has stayed off to your south and east. You're still, I wouldn't come out of the safe spot just yet, but I would say in about 5 minutes we should probably be able to see a decrease in the amount of the amount of concern that we're having for Jonesboro, I guess you could say. Bay, you guys are next in line for that rotation here, right here near Bay, Arkansas. And then, unfortunately, Lake City, you guys are going to get hit by this storm. We are going to see additionally once again, some more strong winds, and then potentially a tornado. But I don't think it's the same kind of deal that we had last time. This one's going to be a little bit different, where it actually affects everyone as it comes through the city, with maybe some widespread down trees, power lines and stuff like that. I would be very surprised if we didn't hear about widespread power outages as this moved off to the north. All right, so they just took Jonesboro out of that tornado warning. So Jonesboro, you guys are good. Jonesboro, you guys are good. It's all right to come out of the safe spot. Same thing for you guys in Harrisburg, back towards Weiner. You guys are good. Wynn, you guys are good. This is a big tornado warning polygon, though, that includes, is it Blytheville and Kennett. Oh, and they issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Jackson, Tennessee. Oof. And this one's got a nasty little hook on it, too. Look at that. So we're going to be watching this one pretty closely here for the potential for a tornado. The National Weather Service does have a tornado possible tag on it. Shoot. There's a pretty significant amount of rotation trying to come together. This is essentially screaming for a tornado warning at this point for Jackson, Mississippi. I'm sorry, Tennessee. Daggone it. I'm do that today. I did it a couple times yesterday. We're talking about so many different cities that share names with other states.
Tornado warning has been issued.
There it is. All right, Jackson, Tennessee, you guys are now officially under a tornado warning. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is probably the most concerning storm that we have right now. This is looking like this could be a kind of sort of discrete supercell as it moves up towards Jackson, Tennessee. This is an incredibly dangerous situation. We got to get everybody out here into their safe spots. Danseyville, Vildo, Mercer, Denmark, Jackson, Midway, Oakfield, and you got to go, and you got to get there fast. I don't want to incite any panic here. I don't want to scare anybody. I know we've got a ton of people in this part of the world right here that are watching. I think we're going to be okay, right? But I wouldn't be doing my job here if I didn't express some enhanced concern about this storm specifically. This is one you really got to take very seriously over here towards Mercer, Denmark, the I-40 corridor leading up to Jackson, Tennessee here. All right, back in on our other tornado warning here before we get locked into that one, because I'm afraid we're going to. We do have several areas of rotation once again between Truman, Lepanto, down here in Arkansas near Lake City. These are moving in the general direction of Etowah, Caraway, Black Oak, Monette, Manila, Dell, Lake City, Hornersville, and Gosnell. Eventually Blytheville, Hornersville, and Kennett. You guys are all under a tornado warning for the next 40 minutes. Please take shelter. This is what it looks like as it approaches Marion. You'll see that big shelf cloud coming in. Underneath the shelf cloud, we've got potentially winds up to 90 miles per hour. So that major destructive storm coming into these places that are out in front of the line here. That includes Manila, and Etowah, Terrell. Memphis, the storm's getting closer to you as well. I don't know if they're going to issue a new warning here or not, but Memphis, you guys might end up under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning at some point. They're the destructive severe thunderstorm warning. I don't know if they would do that for Memphis or not. But those winds, if we actually have winds of 90 miles per hour or higher in this thing, they're going to continue over towards Osceola and Wilson. So you guys get ready for that. Even without a tornado threat directly, you've got a very strong threat for damaging winds here. Oh boy. Yeah, once again, not a good look on our storm here between Dancyville and Whiteville.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning
All right,
has been issued.
They did just issue a new PDS severe thunderstorm warning, and it does include Memphis. All right, so it does include Memphis. This is a pretty nasty situation for the people of Memphis. We got to get everybody in Memphis into a tornado shelter. Because once again, we don't have necessarily a direct tornadic circulation to track here as it comes into Memphis. But what we do have is potentially worse, because we've got a widespread area here that could see 80 mile per hour winds. Sometimes tornadoes, that's how fast the winds blow in a weak tornado. You know what I mean? So this can take the roof off of a house. This can significantly damage buildings. This can take down tons of trees, cause widespread power outages. And this is coming into Memphis right now. So treat this as if it was a tornado. Hopefully they're sounding the tornado sirens in Memphis right now.
You better hope they are. Because if not, you're fucking screwed. Gotta get into that shelter, you know.
So Memphis, get to shelter. And that also goes for everybody around Memphis, including Tunica, Hughes, South Haven, Bartlett, Millington, Wilson, Brighton, Covington, Osceola, and then, of course, Blytheville and Manila. And you guys, you should be in your safe spots anyways, as we expect that there's a potential tornadic concerns up there. And by the way, this whole PDS severe thunderstorm warning now has a tornado possible tag on it. So that means that we could be potentially, dealing with tornadoes inside of the wall of wind that's coming in. So go ahead, Riley.
Hey Ryan, so I've gone ahead and we pulled a camera from West Memphis, Arkansas, and we've put that in one. This is going to be basically the first thing that gets hit before we get into West Memphis and Memphis. So as you guys are watching, keep an eye on that upper left-hand corner of the screen. What you see on this camera is going to be what's moving into Memphis.
Thank you, Riley. So that's, keep your eyes up there. At some point here, you'll see the rain and the wind overtake this camera. And once again, those are the kind of conditions that you'll be able to expect through Memphis as it comes through. So definitely a dangerous storm. Hopefully everybody in Memphis is taking shelter. We certainly have some very strong winds coming in and the potential for spin-up tornadoes, which is going to add insult to injury here. Still looking at a pretty good area of rotation coming together over here between Dancyville and Fildo. This is in Crockett, Fayette, Gibson, Hardeman, Haywood, and Madison counties in Tennessee. We've got a classic supercell trying to come together here. We've got a nice hook on here. We do have rotation at the surface near Eurekaton. This is likely going to produce a tornado at some point here as it approaches Denmark and Mercer. Also, back room, we've got a ton of cameras around Jackson. We need to see if we can see the see this thing from one of those. I don't know if we can or not, but this is awfully close. To producing a tornado. If it's not right now, it could very well already be producing a tornado. So if you're just now tuning in, we are tracking a storm over here in, once again, Crockett, Fayette, Gibson counties in Tennessee. We've got a tornado warning for Jackson, Tennessee. We're hoping everybody gets to shelter all the way up there towards Humboldt as well. So we got nothing confirmed on this, but the sail looks concerning. Okay. Downtown Memphis, the storms as they come into your area. Again, destructive severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for Memphis. Also, I want to update you in Lake City, about 5 minutes. You've got the all clear. And Truman, you guys are good. Marked Tree, you guys are good. Parkin, Earl, for the most part, you guys are good right now, okay? The strongest part of the storm is moving towards your east. We're concerned about Marion. We're concerned about Memphis. We're concerned about places around Memphis, like Millington.
Hey, Ryan, when you have a second, let me know.
Wilson, Osceola, up towards Blytheville. We are very concerned about this storm as it comes up into your area. We do expect maybe 80 miles per hour winds, widespread damaging winds to come into the greater Memphis area here soon. It's about to cross over the Mississippi River right now. Go ahead. Oh, let's talk to Brad. Go ahead, Brad.
Hey, I was going to let you know that I'm going to be targeting that storm that is north of Farmerville. I'm playing the southern risk today. I will not be in the moderate risk. I'm down here because I think the chance of seeing, well, before that one in Jackson, Tennessee got going, I was thinking the better chance of seeing supercellular tornadoes was down here, which I still do believe that. The tornadoes up there will likely be tornadoes in that moderate risk, but they would be very tough to see being rain wrapped and stuff. So I'm down here trying to observe those. So I'm going to play in the enhanced risk today. I just want to kind of let you know what my plan is, but I'm going to be headed up to that Farmerville storm, and I will report back and let you know if I see anything once I get there.
All right, there's an update from Brad. He's right here. He's north of Rayville, and he's going up towards that tornado warned storm near Farmerville. This is moving up towards Crossett in Arkansas. That's probably around where he's going to meet the tornado, or if it's still producing a tornado, that's where he will intercept it. Here is what it looks like right now from the Henry County EMA. Nice view of the storm there from a distance as it comes in. Very, very strong storm coming into the West Tennessee area here. Let's go back to our Jackson, Tennessee storm. Once again, expressing concern here as we do have a nice area of rotation. The good news is, from its formation to now, it's not looking like it's organizing extremely quickly. What's concerning about it, though, is the fact that it is mostly out there by itself, and it very well could, kind of take advantage of this environment here if it is able to sustain. Right now, I don't believe it's currently producing a tornado. It probably was extremely close to over here between Yum Yum and Dancyville. But you can see here how it's kind of fallen apart here on the past couple of frames. But what I want everybody to know is that these kinds of storms, they don't, it's not just a linear thing. They cycle and they pulse. So, the next frame we might notice that it's actually looking more significant again. We don't want to come out of our safe spots, and we don't want to disregard this storm. I'm just giving you my thoughts about what's happening here in real time, just so you know. I'm still very concerned about the Jackson, Tennessee area and Humboldt, but I don't think that we've got a tornado on the ground right now anymore. But still, get to shelter because it could happen very quickly. Memphis, the storm is moving in now. You can see some of that there in West Memphis through the traffic camera. And then you got a really nice view of the shelf cloud here in the Henry County EMA. Wow.
A new tornado warning has been
It's actually a crazy looking shelf cloud. And then here's that up close and personal look at what you can expect in Memphis here in just a little bit. So if you're just now tuning in, this is a live look at a destructive severe thunderstorm coming into the West Memphis, Arkansas area. Here's another look at it a little bit farther away with an incredible shelf cloud. We should probably put this in one. I don't know. You know what? Never mind. This is fine. Or one of the top three.
before the storm is going to just unleash on top of you. So you're going to feel that rush of wind, and then suddenly you're right in the mix. So be safe. It'll be interesting to see how this gust front, how far it travels out from the storm, because oftentimes you can get these outflow boundaries, and if they begin to collapse and collide with one another, then that can also spark some new initiation of storms. We're going to take a 3D vantage point, it looks like, of this storm, so we can kind of get an idea of the cross section of this, how high up into the atmosphere these storms are billowing, and you can just see some of the core structure of where we're getting some of the the updrafts mixing down those stronger winds as it kind of blows itself out from the north to the south, as we kind of see this movement take shape on the I-40 corridor into downtown Memphis. But the tornado possible tag, you can almost see, gosh, if you're looking off out to the west, the anvil structure of that. I love when we take a look at the 3D view.
I'll be right back, y'all.
across western Tennessee. Now here's the Mississippi River, so you can see that those warnings are just about to cross over. We're also keeping our eyes on this discrete supercell outside of Jackson, Tennessee, south of the I-40 corridor. Radar indicated rotation, but it's looking quite healthy. I would treat it very seriously and be in that shelter. Nick?
Yeah, Interstate I-40, 269, two interstates you probably don't want to be on right now. Meanwhile, floodwater is starting to recede for parts of Hopkinsville, Kentucky, but take a look at the neighborhood earlier today. Everything underwater, right? Backyards inundated, and you can see a shed tipped on its side at one point in this video. So it's a rough scene there. Folks really having to deal with a difficult scenario. Fox Weather's Brandy Campbell has been on the ground there all day. She's got the latest.
If I was standing right here in Hopkinsville on Friday afternoon, the water would have likely been over my head. This is the North Fork Little River behind me. You can see it's quickly flowing, brown, murky water. This after about 11 inches of rain fell within a 3-day span, causing this river to crest at about 21 feet on Friday. It sent water into this parking lot, but also flooding into the downtown area. We have drone footage that shows just how expanded the water got within this town, even into some neighborhoods. First responders here by Friday afternoon said they did about 18 rescues, even having to evacuate pets out of a shelter, about 40 pets. On top of that, local leaders say they haven't witnessed anything like this here since the mid-90s. We also have ground level video showing you what it was like in front of these homes as water went inside or just surrounded some homes. I met some residents who was at home as everything unfolded, needing rescue, neighbors helping each other, providing a place to stay.
The water was up to the top of the fire hydrant when they came and got me. So that's how deep the water was, and I had no way out. And I just grabbed a bunch of clothes, my medicine, and everything that I could. And they came and got me. So they've been great neighbors. They've always been great neighbors.
I don't have nothing, no more than them. But if I could help somebody, well, and that's what they did. Since I've been over, I've never seen this. No. But it had me biting on my fingernail. Although I stay on this side, it got up to that walk right there on this side. And I thought I was going to have to do something.
And flooding has caused a mess across the state. Governor Andy Beshear of Kentucky posted to X that nearly 400 roads have been cut off, not just due to flooding, but even mudslides. And it's also become a deadly situation. In one situation or scenario here in the state, up in Frankfort, Kentucky, we have it reported that one young boy was killed after floodwaters swept him away. This as he was actually headed to the bus stop to head to school on Friday morning. Just a very, very unfortunate situation there. And all of this still continuing to unfold as we go into the weekend. More rain on the way, currently falling here in this town. You see this river behind me, still flowing. While it has receded overnight, it is still slowly going back up. For now in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, I'm Brandy Campbell for Fox Weather.
All right, well, speaking of Hopkinsville, Kentucky, tornado watch was just extended into Kentucky and Middle Tennessee until 9 p.m. Central. That includes Hopkinsville, which you just saw Brandy talking about right there. Also Nashville now in the tornado watch as well. That's going until 9 o'clock Central. Also 120,000 without power in Arkansas. There it is right there. So there's the tornado watch and those extensions. Just following that line of storms that we've been covering, that Jane's been doing a great job of covering. And we're talking about this area right here now being extended until 9 o'clock Central. So if you or anyone you know lives there, be on alert, or make sure that whoever you know is on alert for later on today between now and 9. So post dinner time, maybe right before bedtime, that's when people should at least be cognizant and have their weather antennas up, ready to go in case an alert does come on through. Here's your live radar. Again, we've got a lot of alert, warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings, a lot of lightning too. That's something that we noticed yesterday. Thousands and thousands of lightning strikes. And right now you're certainly seeing a show there in Memphis, also in Jackson, Mississippi, both spots, too big. Yeah, there you go. 600, now 711 total strikes. And this goes back, 5 minutes? Unbelievable. So these are electrified thunderstorms. There's your severe thunderstorm warning with it's a considerable threat. Now this is really right on top of Memphis proper. So if you live in the middle, in the heart of Memphis, or say Hollywood or Mallory, that gust front has already come through, so you've probably felt really, really gusty winds already, and hellacious rain is falling right now. It's going to continue to fall for probably an hour, maybe a little bit more, depending on how quickly this thing clears the area, and then it will lighten up. That rain, though, going to stick around. Not the heavy rain, but stratiform rain behind. The worst of this Boeing segment going to be in the vicinity for a little while longer, and so that's where flooding could maybe come into play and run. You could run a little bit of risk of seeing some puddling and ponding out there. And then, yeah, as we work our way further down the line, and of course that squiggly line there is the Mississippi River. We've got this tornado warning now in Arkansas pushing northeast. This is radar indicated in between Monticello and Dumas. This is going to push north and east. This is going until 15 after the hour, so about another 20 minutes to go on that. That is part of the tornado watch area, so a warning within the watch. A lot going on out there. We will continue to cover this as we head into next hour. Stick with us here on Farm.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101.
Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find a 3D radar that I can show y'all inside the storm. Because I thought Quad Weather would give me free 3D radar. I was dead wrong. So let's see.
For whatever comes next.
Anyway. Is YouTube gonna actually work this time, bro? About time. Thank you.
Use DuckDuckGo, a real private browser. DuckDuck.
So take shelter 12 minutes on that warning. Oaklawn, get ready. They will probably, I mean, there's a chance they issue a new warning that goes all the way out to Watson here. So you guys in Watson, Arkansas need to be watching out. Y'all watch out. Looks like most of our storm chasers are right in here. They're going to try to see if anything pops up out in front of this line. And honestly, if anything does farther south than that Jackson storm, it's probably going to do all right in this environment. Here's a look at that storm as it slides by you there in Jackson. I'm very happy that we're not tracking the storm, a tornado going into Jackson right now. I think that storm could have been pretty bad if we didn't see it struggling there as it approached Jackson. I don't know if you guys could tell or not, but I was a little concerned about that one. Thankfully, it was going a little fast. And it looks like it's even going to outrun the line here and probably just congeal into a big, heavy bout of precipitation. Unfortunately for you guys in Clarksville and Hopkinsville a little bit later. But we're going to continue to watch it here as it comes up towards Clarksburg. That's going to bring about some 60-mile-per-hour winds. In Jackson, you guys should be good here in a little bit. But remember, we've got round 2 coming in Jackson, Tennessee here soon. This big line coming in right here. Memphis, you guys are still getting hit by our big storm. Right now, it'll be several minutes before the rain and the winds calm down. Actually, you know what? It might actually be well over an hour because we're starting to see more movement from south to north back here. The winds are going to calm down significantly within the next, I'd say 10, 20 minutes. But the heavy rain is going to continue for a while. That's going to lead to a flash flooding threat on top of everything else that we're talking about here. So Memphis, once again, we've got strong winds coming through right now, but the thunderstorm threat is going to continue. Speaking of flooding, here's what it looks like in Truman, Arkansas right now. We've got water rapidly rising into these homes. Let's see here. What's that called here? Over here in Truman, Arkansas. I believe dang, I don't even know what waterway we'd be looking at here. But yeah, that's a pretty concerning situation there with water backing up like that. But I'd say if we're experiencing flooding like this around the Truman area, we're also experiencing similar stuff down there near Whitaker and Weona. There is no waterway. Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here looking for the creek. And there is none. So this is definitely a really concerning situation as something is causing it to back up right now. Once again, we're looking for more information for y'all. all that coming out of the St. Francis, like sunken lands thing over there? Is that what that is? The St. Francis River? All right, we lost that camera, by the way, y'all. But you can see the water.
A new tornado warning
from the
has been
interstate here, from Truman as well. But yeah, the St. Francis River rising quickly, even into like Truman's not right next to that river, so we're seeing it back up probably through the various different channels underground as well. So. Wow, a really unfortunate situation developing here for the people of Truman and anyone downstream. That's probably going to cause problems in Painway, Marked Tree. Water's going to keep rising, y'all, especially since that's a river that feeds into the Mississippi. There's a lot of water from a lot of different tributaries pouring into the Mississippi right now, so it's not going to be able to very efficiently drain. Here's another great look at that big shelf cloud racing across Tennessee from Collierville. And we did just get a new tornado warning for Arkansas, DeShay, and Lincoln counties. Watson, Red Fork, Medina. Is this one Medina or Medina down here in Arkansas? Prairie Landing, Weber, Snow Lake. You guys are under a tornado warning now. We've got actually a decent area of rotation right here, a pretty powerful signature for a potential tornado there near Omega. That's moving up towards Pea Ridge, Watson, Yankopin, and then eventually that's going to go across the Mississippi River into Shelby and Duncan. Medina, gotcha. Dyersburg, you guys are still under that tornado warning for the next 20 minutes. The storm's about to hit up there in Dyersburg. Looks like the strongest of the winds are going to go south of Dyersburg, but you still got that tornado threat. No, you don't. Oh yeah, you do. Okay, they just they just changed the warning size a little bit there. I thought they'd let it expire, but they haven't, because we still have rotation coming over Ripley right now. That's moving up towards Gates, Halls, and Beech Grove. Nothing to be scared of here in Dyersburg, okay? You just got to stay in your safe spot. 19 more minutes. Honestly, the most concerning part of the storm is south here. It just went over Ripley. It's going over Gates, Friendship, and Crockett. Stay in your safe spots in Ripley and Amari City and Crockett Mills and all these places. Here's once again a look at that storm as it comes into Collierville, and here's a look at the serious flooding situation that's going on in Truman, Arkansas right now. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning in Arkansas. This is going to be a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. McGee, Arkansas City, Watson, DeWitt,
60-mile-per-hour winds over the next little bit. It's going to be the main concern anyway. All right, let me look at the future radar here for y'all. Because I know we got a bunch of people asking about a bunch of stuff. I'm going to try my best to answer as many questions as I can. Here's what the radar looks like about right now. Here's what it'll look like about 2 hours from now. So the storms will be mostly past Memphis at this point. We'll be tracking strong storms up into the greater land between the lakes area in Kentucky, approaching Hopkinsville and Clarksville. They still won't be there by that time, probably. You know what? Actually, this is probably a little bit behind because it's not getting the how fast that Boeing line segment's going. So at the latest, it could be. At the absolute latest, it could be as far as 3 hours from now before we have storms in Clarksville, maybe even 5 hours from now before we have storms in Nashville. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're actually going to go that slow or not. Memphis, we're going to be talking about storms in your area all the way until 9 p.m. tonight. The front's going to kind of stall out. You're going to be another one of these places that we're likely watching for a significant flash flood threat. New severe thunderstorm warning in Louisiana. Farmerville, again, another storm's coming towards you. This one's got a tornado possible tag. We got areas of rotation coming up towards Farmerville, Louisiana. Get into that interior room. And no windows and stay out. Don't go outside for the next hour or so. You should be fine there in Farmerville. Let's watch this shelf cloud come over us here. Very fast motion once again in Collierville, Tennessee, as the storm comes over. So this is to the south and east of Memphis here, where we're about to have some strong winds and some really heavy rain come through the Collierville area. You're also about to get in on that in Stanton, Charleston, St. Peters, Brownsville, Somerville, Moscow. Is it Moscow? How do you I keep saying Moscow. Is that how you guys say it in Tennessee? Because I know our folks up there farther north, they spell their city like Cairo, but they say Cairo. What do you guys? What's your all's thing? Moscow? Gotcha. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. It's just it's the first thing that comes out, when you read that.
Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end stream until later. So, no stream, no game. Peace out. See you in my next stream. And always remember, only chill vibes. See you, Spider Nation. Peace.